with Tony Barnhart here in, I guess this would be the second level lobby of the Winfrey. Yeah, upstairs. We're right over here is where all the interviews take place in the big room, and then there's other interviews taking place in the small rooms. And we've just gone through day 2, and we've seen some fairly interesting things. 2 guys we wanted to hear from: Kirby Smart, number 1, and Butch Jones.
Yep.
Let's start with Kirby Smart. I don't know about you, but I was pretty impressed.
Buddy, I thought that Kirby Smart was really comfortable in his skin today. And I think a lot of people wondered, are we going to see a mini Nick Saban? Is that what we're going to see? And I've known Kirby Smart since he was 18 years old, defensive back at Georgia. And I talked to him before he went up there, and he said he'd gotten some pretty good advice. So just be yourself, and I think that's what he did. I think people came in this big room, this big room over here where we've sat so many years. It's going to be a little bit of a crusty bunch sometime, but I think they were impressed with Kirby.
A couple of things he said that struck me. I love that he tried to be himself. That he said things like, "I tell my kids, every practice is a game," you know. Talked about relationships with other coaches, Coach McElwain, obviously, Coach Muschamp, et cetera, and he is very much, as you said, comfortable in his own skin. He's going to do it his way. I thought he was more relaxed in the interview in the internet room, when it was a smaller group, when he began telling stories about his basketball games with Muschamp and what have you. But anyway, I think he was relaxed, entertaining, and he gave information. He was fresh, wasn't he?
Right, he was fresh. And listen, Georgia's a team that has a lot of question marks about it, particularly in the offensive and defensive lines. And he knows he's got to get those solved. But the enthusiasm at Georgia, 93,000 at the spring game, that enthusiasm is real. And they've got a tough opener in North Carolina. I don't see Georgia winning the SEC East this year. I don't think they're quite ready for that. But I think the enthusiasm is going to carry them a long way.
Kirby talking about the lack of defensive linemen, which is a big thing to him as well. I would say the word I would use to characterize Kirby was real.
Oh, he's tough. But understand Kirby's background. He is the son of a high school coach. He grew up being around football. I talked to his dad, Sonny, when Kirby got the job back in December, and he said he's always been interested in how football works, how relationships work. So to me, it's only fitting. He got to learn from his dad. He spent some time at Florida State learning from Bobby Bowden, and then he goes and does an 11-year apprenticeship with Nick Saban. I mean, how does it get better than that?
I love his homework. He said, you know how many coaches are coaching their alma mater? He knew the exact number, 19.
Is that right?
Yes, I was impressed on that. He did a little homework. All right, Butch Jones. I don't want to be snarky about this, but if Kirby was real, I'm having a little difficulty using that word with Butch Jones. I don't know. Is it me?
Well, I've gotten to know Butch Jones pretty well since he's gotten there, and I think he's very conscious about staying on message.
Oh, he is that.
He's very conscious about that, and particularly with his players. He's got some sort of message for them every single day. Now,
25 points or something going on?
And I've told him and I've told some of his people that sometimes you got to be careful about staying on point because it looks rehearsed. That's the perfect word for it. But I think the man is sincere. Now, it's a big year coming up.
It is a big
Butch
year.
Jones. They've been working at this for 4 years. A year ago, see, I think winning is a process. I think when you rebuild a program, first you become competitive. Then, after you're competitive, you put yourself in a position to win, but maybe you're not ready to win. Now, the next step is you've become competitive, you put yourself in a position to win, then you learn how to win. This is the year they're supposed to learn how to win.
He thinks he's got a sustainable model going on there. Okay, good start so far. Always good to see you here. How many of this for you? Been to all of them?
This is number 30 for me.
Wow.
Number 30. Hard to believe.
You almost go back as far as I do, but I was on that plane ride in 1966 on the Skywriters tour.
I missed out on the Skywriters tour.
I'm just a little bit older. That's how it is. Tony, it's always great to see you. Thank you. Enjoy your stuff on GoodIronNow.com and talk to you again soon.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Tony Barnhart, SEC Media Days.